KJ events, this real talk is the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variant, dominant. Paying homage to the cat from the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, with the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in 10 books. As they cook my game plan, and my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that's the things we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base, like the late Anthony Mace. We trace the logo when there's space that appear like Squarespace. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's any decks on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like stars divine on Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Knicks real talk. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Yeah, salute. What's good, everybody, man? Knicks real talk. Let's get it. We in the building. Got my man KJ events with me. I know Shop Howard are being laid on. KJ, what's good, brother?
Salute, chat. Salute. My man Shots is coming in. Salute, Divine. Let's get it, Knicks real talk, family.
Shop Howard, what's up, brother? He mic'd up right now, but we get up. But anyway, salute to my brother. He being here, man. That, real talk. But yo, salute everybody, man. Good evening. Knicks real talk. Let's get it. We in the building. We're gonna get it talking, man. We're gonna talk the Summer League thing, talk about things going on in the Knick world and all that good stuff, man. So salute everybody out there. I hope y'all had a great day, man. Y'all good. Y'all ain't here with us. Knicks got a game tonight in Summer League again out there in Vegas against the Portland Trail Blazers at 11 o'clock. We'll get into all that, break all that down. But other than that, man, we're gonna talk about the Summer League thing and everything else going on with the Knicks, man. Right now, they're looking pretty good in Summer League. I know it's only Summer League, but it's still Knick basketball, and we'll take it as we get it. But right now, the young boys out there and running and gunning, man, playing defense. They really getting at it, man. I love the intensity out there. KJ, they just going hard right now. It's a beautiful thing to see. And though it's Summer League, but still, no matter when you're on a basketball court, you always want to bring your best effort against the competition and go hard no matter what level it's on. And for that to be a Summer League level, pretty intense out there. And them boys is really getting at it.
Absolutely. Everything's evolving. And again, I couldn't remember since last year that, we are excited about Summer League basketball on a Monday evening in the summertime, So it's just the evolution of the game. We're seeing the evolution of players. We're knowing more of the players now. And some of these players look NBA ready. I'm happy that I'm starting to see the contingent out there. Some of the veterans is out there in Vegas with them. So you're seeing the team building now, and you're saying, you know what? Star might say, you know what? I like what I'm seeing in New York. Why not come to this team? So I'm liking it. It starts at the top, and they're leading by example. So I'm loving everything I'm seeing out there for Summer League from the team right now.
Yeah, I can second that myself, man. Real talk. They doing it, man. Like I said, you got to give them credit. What's credit is due. They're going hard out there right now. Shop Howard, salute my brother. They're going hard out there, man, and they really putting in some work out there. And you got to be happy with what you've seen out there and the results. And Dice Yokomoto, he got him playing real well. The intensity on the defense is bananas. Hopefully that can translate to the big team when we get up there, man, in the regular season. And they playing the same way because they are really, really getting at it down there in Summer League, man. Playing hard too. I mean, I love it. Jericho Sims, all them guys, man. We're gonna get you the highlights of the game from a Knicks real talk perspective later on. We get into that. Throw the highlights up there and see all that. Salute to Frank Mattos, Cash Out James. Salute to the chat. Appreciate y'all. I know we're gonna be getting up here in a minute. Appreciate y'all getting in here, real talk. But I'm excited about it. Shop House was good, my brother. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Salute you. Salute Divine. Salute KJ. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Salute, Shop.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got the brothers in the house, man. We about to get down, talk some Knicks stuff, man. But like I said, getting back to the Summer League thing, I'm really, really excited about it, man. I'm seeing some things that I hope could translate to the court. Shop Powers, man, I'm really impressed. The Quentin Grimes, Jericho Sims maturation, McBride trying to get better than he was last year, and then that Jeffries is one of them unsung cats that you not even realize that's really out there doing this thing for them in Summer League. Then obviously, Keel's coming here, got his two-way. Congratulations to Keel. He got his two-way contract today. Salute to him. He's an official Knick. So he'd be between both summer league. Excuse me, Westchester and the big team. This year if they need him. And that's good though, man, because I like the way he got aggressive. And he's a real aggressive dude. So other than that, man, I'm excited about all of them. John, Machero had a nice little decent game yesterday. He was up there doing his thing, better defense than I thought he had. KJ and Shot Powers, so it was good to see that. But I'm overall impressed with our boys who was on the team last year. Jericho Sims and Quentin Grimes was killing it. KJ for sure.
Right, and you gotta like what we're seeing because it's going to be friendly competition. Well, not friendly competition; it's going to be competition because it's the next man up mentality. I'm loving everything I'm seeing from all the young guys out there. Even the guy that's very deep on the bench that we might not know, a guy like Jeffries, but I like what I see in him. Like a guy like Montero, who's a true point guard, that's a pass first point guard, who we know is not going right now. It's not going to be able to get a chance to get on this team right away, barring an injury or something. But he'll be a nice piece for our farm system. So one day, hopefully, bring him up. I'll tell you one thing: Montero looks way better than Rokas did. Jeffries looks better than some of the guys that's been here before. So again, I'm liking with the team building that I see in this team. And of course, you can't speak for enough of the second year guys like a McBride, a Seams, and Grimes. I seen their games went to another level. So it's only going to get better on the next level for them when they go into the next season this year.
Yeah, real talk, man. Hey, Shot Powers, I'm really excited. Like I said, man, it might be summer league, but competition is competition. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're playing in the playground, like I was telling KJ. I don't care if you're playing in the playground, you're playing in your backyard. Competition is competition. And when you go in to get somebody, you're gonna bring it your best. And I think this is one of the summer league this year. This is probably one of the few summer league that really got that intensity like that. Because not only that, you got a lot of people in the stands too. It's almost looked like a regular season game from a crowd perspective almost. And but they also getting at it out there, man. And I like what I'm seeing out there from my team.
Yes, Grimes is playing his heart out. He went from a not a great shooting game the first game to an excellent shooting game the second game. McBride is out there being gritty deuces that's getting into the passing lane and doing things that we know he can do. Hopefully, he can get a little bit more time on the NBA floor to show that. And what can you say about Simmons, man? Every game he had has been so far double, aggressive. He's been called the kangaroo. He's been called the pogo stick and all these things and stuff like that. He is definitely aggressive, grabbing rebounds. And boy, oh boy, don't let this boy be open under the rim. He is going to throw it down hard. Aside from that, the other guys that we've seen on the court has been pretty good too. The bench, the Montero, the guy Jeffries, Farian Hunt. These are guys that we got to look forward to see what they're going to do, how they're going to reorganize the starting unit. Maybe Farian Hunt might take a full contract on the if we stay up. I think we're about 12, 13 players right now, and I think we still have some openings on our main NBA roster. So maybe we can decide which one can make a contract and give the other one a second the other two-way contract. One of the guys other than Kills saying Jeffries or Hunt maybe can be moved up into the starting the 15-man rotation, and the other guy could get that second that two-way contract.
Okay, yeah. So you're saying convert Farian Hunt to a regular deal?
Yeah, I think we got, if I'm not mistaken, we only have 12 men on the roster right now. So we still have 3 openings on the roster. If I'm not mistaken, it's either 12 or 13. I can't do the numbers in my head, but I think it's about, I'm not home right now. I think it's like 12 or 13 right now. And if we convert, say, Ferry Hunt to a small contract, something similar to what Sims is getting, then that opens up another two-way contract. I don't think he is 100% signed. I think he played with us last year with a two-way contract.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly how it will work, but I think if we move him into that one of those 2 roster spots, and he's a big small forward. You know what I mean? He reminds me a little bit of a non-shooting Cam Reddish. He doesn't shoot the ball. He doesn't shoot the 3-pointer that much, but when he drives to the hole, he drives to the ball hard. So if maybe we can switch him over into one of those open roster spots that we got on the regular team, opening up another second round contract. So if we don't, I think we need to hold on to that guy Jeffries, man. I think Jeffries is a holder. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Jeffries, or it all depends on who's going to fight for those positions. I hope Montero, if he can. I don't know if he's ready to make that two-way contract over the way. I mean, he's been playing pretty good though, but over Jeffries, I don't know. Jeffries looked like a pretty put together guy. I think he's a little older, a big body guy. He can shoot the three on the outside, and maybe if you keep him in that Westchester team, maybe he could come up sometime and help the team out.
yeah, real talk, man. I agree with you because pretty much that's what it's gonna look like. I think Keel get the two way, but I think knowing that Jericho Sims and McBride and Grimes is part of that, pretty much would be part of that 10-man rotation. Then I do think that you got Fields, Ferry, and Hunt. I think Jeffries can make it. I think depending on Montero might get up there as well. But I definitely know that the five starters. I think the five starters is definitely going to be on the Knicks roster. Coming up the season. Then, like you said, what they're going to do with the other guy to fill in? Like I said, Grimes, McBride, and all them cats are going to be there. So it really all depends on how they go about it. But I'm happy with what I've seen so far, and I think the Knicks is on the right path, man. Them young boys are playing hard with a lot of energy, a lot of pace. I mean, their defense is there. They locking cats down. They moving the ball real well, man. I mean, I love the ball movement. It's not staying stagnant. They're shifting that thing left to right. And best man open. With the man who's open, man, knock it down. I like this unselfishness about the whole young team, man. And I got to give Dice's credit. He coaching the mess out of them young boys, man. And they really show improvement. So you got to give them their flowers and where the credit due. And I think they just got to they got a couple more games. I like to see them get in there and play for that championship ring. Despite what we may think, it means a lot to them. It might not mean a lot to a lot of people who are just fans, but I do think it means a lot to them that they playing for something. So and like KJ was saying to me earlier, he can you imagine the Knicks and OKC or the Knicks and the Warriors again with Wiseman back? And so playing for that summer league championship. Wiseman obviously he didn't play last year, but him, Moody, and Kuminga, second year guy, just like Sims and Grimes and obviously McBride. So they got that NBA experience already. Kuminga was in the finals. So what did that tell you? But I would like to see that or Oklahoma City though. I think that'd be impressive, KJ, because that's if we can keep winning these games, but and play them for that thing. I love to see that. I think it'd be so fun.
Well, look, these guys are on the mission right now. A lot of these guys want to make a roster. They want to prove themselves out there. Like, you know what? You might not have heard about me, but this is my product I'm putting on the floor. And let's not forget, these guys are also working. They're looking at other teams, maybe calling them too as well. So it's not just the Knicks. Like a guy like Jeffries who may not make it, another team may call him. They might could use his production. And I like him, But again, I'm loving what I'm seeing in my year two guys in McBride, Grimes, and Sims. I want to start there. Grimes didn't have a good game the first game, but he had a better second half the first game. Last game he lit it up. He shows you what he can do. He can take things off the dribble, play some defense. He's showing everything that we want to see in a year two guy who got a potential to start at the two guard. And again, he's my pick to start in that starting lineup with Brunson because he can provide two things. He can shoot, he can play defense, and he got some heart. All New York Knicks pedigree, that what they need. Again, I think a Brunson and a Grimes sound better than a Fournier and a Brunson because when you got to go against a Murray and a what's my man Trey Young, So I'm looking at the two dynamics. Teams need to build on things like they got. You put Grimes in that starting lineup with the unit that we have, we are a playoff team, guaranteed playoff team because the pace. They both pace the pace. Grimes and Brunson, they play defense well. Brunson is questionable, but you know what? He gives us something that we never had before in such a long time, and that's a small guard that can penetrate the hole, that is heart made of gold, and it's still that can make it happen. So go with that starting five with Brunson, Grimes, Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, and Julius Randle.
Yeah. I think you probably dead on with that. It's definitely his to compete against and when we get in training camp. But I got 50 reasons why I think he should start over Fournier, but we leave that for another day. Real talk. But he got that in, and that defense, that lockdown defense is special. The 3-point ball, he shoot it real good. Obviously, he was a better shooter on the Knicks last year from the 3-point line last year. But his tenacity, and then people they underestimate his passing ability, his getting to the hole ability. See, that's one thing that I hope to see that McBride work on. McBride don't get to that hole. He if he either shoot the three or get to the mid range. And I think for McBride to take that next step in his career, he got to be able to break down the defenses like that cat do as well and get to the hole. That's the only thing I'm concerned about with McBride. Other than that, I like everything about his game. Just that he doesn't get in that lane. And then when he occasionally get there, like I said, he pulls up for a mid range. But I think his maturation, McBride's next maturation is learning how to get to that bucket. He got to get to that bucket, or that's going to hinder him playing at a high level. Because once people key on your jump shot and your mid range, they know that's all you do. But that's what I like about Shop House. That's what I like about Grimes. Grimes, he's sneaky talented for us getting to the hole. He got a good eye for the assist part of the game, and his 3-point is nice. His defense is nice. And if you want, I'm gonna show the highlight of the game later on, Shop House. We're gonna see some things that I just don't see some of the guys in our starting unit last year do that this cat do that can make a difference. And like your pet peeve pace. This cat get a rebound straight up the floor, pull up from the 3-point line, bang. Last year the Knicks would have walked that up. You know what I mean? So I think Grimes brings a different dynamic to that 2-guard spot opposed to what Fournier and them cats were doing. I just think that his defense, his passing, and all that is just there. So I'm looking forward to him getting in there and battling the training camp. Shop Powers.
Yeah, I think that he's one of the guys that I want to start this year. I believe him, Brunson, RJ, Randall, and Mitch should be our starting unit out there. But there's some, like you were saying, Divine, there's some chatters out there that maybe we may see a Obi and a Randall unit on the floor. Randall playing the 3 and Obi playing the floor. So how would you guys feel about that as a starter unit? Brunson, RJ, Randall, Obi, and Mitchell Robinson.
I have no real good KJ, but I have no problem with it.
That's an interesting lineup. Again, if you look what Randall did to his body this summer, he looks very light. And I mean to the point, right? What I mean to the point where he could play a 3, or even Obi could play a 3. So I think in situational moments, depending on what team they're playing, you may see a lineup like that. Especially when you get to the playoffs, when a team is so much bigger than us, and we're taking a short point guard, so you got everybody else has to be big. So I can see a team like that working, or with the best 5 working together. I can see a team like that. But to begin with, I'm just not sure if we begin with a lineup like that. But I wouldn't mind nice little lineup like that.
Hey, Shop House, you know what? The reason why I like that lineup, and I go back to what I was saying earlier, that's one of the reasons to me you have to move Fournier or Derrick Rose. If you move Fournier, you could have that lineup. Didn't know what you could do. Now you could bring Jericho Sims in the backup, Obi Toppin at the power forward. So now you got Harneston, Jericho Sims, Cam Reddish. You know what I mean?
Brian and IQ.
And IQ. That's why you got to move Fournier in them. You got to move them cats, man, because I just think that 10-man D squad is nice. Because you look at the second unit, Quickly can knock the ball down. You know what I mean? Grimes can knock the ball down. Cam Reddish can knock the ball down. Hartenstein can knock the ball down. And you got that boy playing in the post every now and then with Jericho Sims at the power forward. I think that's a good team. And IQ plays defense. Grimes plays defense. Reddish plays defense. Jericho plays defense. And Hartenstein is a good defensive player. So yeah, that's really the whole. I think what the dilemma that the Knicks is in to me is you're gonna go with that team, or you're gonna say we're gonna have to keep Fournier and Derrick Rose. And so what happened? Who get taken out of the rotation on a 10-man deep level? Because if you keep Fournier and you keep Derrick Rose, that means between Grimes and Quickly gonna lose a spot there, and maybe Cam Reddish somebody might lose a spot, and because it's gonna be a 10-man deep rotation. But I would go with the one you said, Shop Howard, for sure. I like that. I really do. I think you got enough size there, athleticism. I think they can get it popping. You know what I mean? I really do. I like that size because I think with Obi in there being in RJ going back to the backcourt with break Jalen Brunson, that makes that backcourt at least a little bigger. You know what I mean? And you got a defensive presence like RJ down there, and then with Obi flying where he do. So I think it'd be nice for sure.
Right. We can't forget about D Rose neither. So again, it's one of those things where if we were, and we talked about this before, if we were on this Knicks brass and with the decision making, man, the decision making is tough because we like some of these young players, but at the end of the day, it's time to win these games now. We got to put the right players out there and fit them with the right pieces. So again, it's one of those things. It's like, you know what? We know we're going with 15. Who's the 15? Who's the last three you guys want to see on this team? Based on the summer league that we see, we know who we got. We know we got Grimes, McBride, and Sims. But who was the three left that you two gentlemen want to see into the chat? Want to see out there?
I'm really trying to count up the players in my head right now because I think we're only like 11 or 12 players now that I really thought about it. After the first five that we just, oh yeah, I forgot about Sims. So it'd be Sims, unless the first 10, it'd be Deuce, and Sims will probably be on the bench. So that really makes us about 12 players right there. So we might have like 3 spots open, right? It's OB, IQ, Reddish, Fournier,
There we go.
who am I missing? RJ, Mitchell, Grimes. Did I say Randall? Randall. I'm trying to think of all the guys that's right now on the line.
Arnestein, D Rose.
Right on the lineup right now, right? So Debo, so if with all of that, that's what 12
It's
players
like
on
12
the.
right now.
That's
So again,
12.
who
Yeah,
was
so
the,
we
who
got
was the last three?
last three. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Ferry and Hunt. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Jeffries and the 15th player. I mean, I don't know if we bring it up all three of those young guys from off. We still will have to have some players in the G leagues. I don't think Kills will come up yet, and if we get Montero, I don't know if he will come up yet. So those two, I can see them maybe making somewhat of a full move onto the roster. That 15 spot though, three. I can't figure out who would be the third person. Maybe we make another trade and bring in Harrison Barnes or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if you look at the main roster, I think out of them guys in summer league, we know Jericho Sims, McBride, and Grimes is part of that team. They pretty much
Right,
got
they're part of that 12.
they got NBA contracts. You know what I mean? So they gonna be part of that regardless because they are signed on regular contracts, rookie scale contracts, I guess I would say. But I think Ferry and Hunt could come there. And I think Kill could be there, just like Jericho Sims was last year, 2-way, but he was there. So I would say definitely Ferry and Hunt Kills, and I think between Jeffries and Monchero, I'll put it that way. I think one of them two can, whether Jeffries is something. I like his game a lot, but like I say, this got to translate to the main level. You know what I mean? When you get to the NBA, they nice in summer league, but summer league ain't the NBA. Let's not get it twisted. You know what I mean? So nice that they play in summer league. When you get up there with the big boys, all that changes a little bit. You know what I mean? And I do like Jeffries though. I think he can play in the NBA. I do like him.
I like him a lot, man. I even like now that I see him play and see Kills play. I best him a little bit more than Kills. I was watching Kills the last couple of games. Watch tonight if you guys watch it tonight, man, and see how many times that he goes left. He doesn't go to the left. Yeah, maybe I might be bugging out. Maybe I'm watching him too much. Maybe every time I see him, he looks like he's always making the turn to go, around to the top of the key to the middle of the hole, but I don't see him going left. Maybe it's just me, but watch that for me tonight and see if I'm off.
Yeah, so I agree with you guys. I think the last I think is Hunt and I know Hunt for sure, definitely for sure. Now Kills and Jeffries, it's a toss up between them two. because Jeffries reminds me of a PJ Tucker. They can play hard nosed defense. He's hard nosed. He's New York built. Kills, even though he's a rookie, he does some things out there as far as from the playmaking aspect of the basketball game that I like, but he's still raw. And it was one more person. Who was the last person that we seen?
Montero.
Montero. Montero, I don't think Montero makes it because we have so many guards. We
Right, I
have
don't
too
think
many
so.
guards. But I like his game as a point guard. So again, we go with Hunt, we go with Jeffries or Kills. But it's one more out there too, as well. That you guys I mentioned. I forgot who you guys said.
We got Hunt, Jeffries, Monchero, them the basically the four. I mean, other than Potter, the center, they're not the ones I really think not only that, but to me, just to piggyback off you, if we take Jeffrey, don't we got to sign him because he's not signed to nothing. So really, right? He just a summer league invite. Am I correct? So
Jeffries, yeah, I
he
believe
have
so.
a contract, whether it's two-way or not, and Montreal don't have a contract two-way or not. So unless they give, what I think going to happen with them cats going to get camp deals. I think I think Montero and Jeffrey's going to get camp deals. They go into camp and make it happen. Then the Knicks will take it from there. But being that they're on the contract, I think that might invite them to training camp invite, and they get it popping from there.
Right.
Yeah, that's about the only way I could really see them cats being able to get down. Because like I said, they're not signed to anything. So, I think Ferry Hunt definitely makes it. I think, like I said, because Keel's got a two-way, whether he's staying in G League or not, he's going to be there. For him and Ferry Hunt and Keel's only one got the two-way, so nobody else can get
Right.
him.
But also, guys, let's not forget. Also, Devon and Shaw, the Knicks can get slick like last year and get somebody we not even thinking about in the buyout market.
Right.
You know, so it's one of those things we have to wait till some leagues over to really see. But from the eye test, we know that Hunt definitely is one that's going to be part of that 15 that's going to make this team.
Yeah.
I believe.
I like he's the tip type of player. Defense, athletic. Like I said, I haven't seen him stroke the ball a lot yet, but I'm quite sure that he might have it in his arsenal. But the kid is definitely going to be there because of his tenacity on defense, his hustle, his athleticism. And that's why they went and got him and put him in the G League from that Dallas thing back there early last year, coming over here and to Westchester and being able to go and do what he do. That's a good problem to have because you can't never have enough talent. God forbid somebody go down in the season, and you just need somebody who at least can maintain until that guy gets back. So that's why I'm happy about. Let's say hypothetically, we don't want nobody to get injured, but injuries is a part of the game. Let's say if hypothetically Cam Reddish accidentally tweak his ankle, Ferry Hunt can come in here at least on a defense standpoint, hold it down to get to help it out with maybe another player contributed with him to give you Cam Reddish numbers. But that's why you got to have 15 deep. You know what I mean? Because you just never know when your turn come, and you never know when the man go down. And but it's going to be interesting to see what they do because this roster is pretty thick out there, man. I know like I said, if we don't move somebody, you still got to be able to fight over IQ. I mean, Grimes and IQ at the two if Fournier stay. No matter what happened, one of them cats getting ISO'd out if Tibbs go 10 deep. If Tibbs go 10 deep, one of them cats getting ISO'd out because Fournier got to play at $18 million. You know what I mean? So who is it going to be, Grimes or is it going to be Quickly at the two? What happens with Cam Reddish because Derrick Rose stay here. Obviously, that means Deuce McBride not going to be in the rotation. And what does that say for anybody else because he taking up a roster spot? So, I guess it's going to be really interesting, Shaw Powell, to see what they do with this rotation with them two veterans here because just due to the fact that some of these young guys we're not going to see play. And we always be somehow Tibbs don't never play the young kids. Or if Fournier stay on the roster and Derrick Rose, they ain't going to play the young kids. You know what I mean? And that's what it boiled down to. So, you got to pick your poison. Do you think Quentin Grimes come to establish himself at the two guard to see if we can move Fournier and see if you can send Derrick Rose to a contender if you don't want him to be on the Knicks to take up a roster spot? I don't have no problem with him backing up Jalen Brunson. I really don't. I just think that when we're going to be playing for a playoffs position, you're going to need Derrick Rose backing up Jalen Brunson. You're going to need that. McBride nice, but McBride ain't no Derrick Rose. You know what I mean? Let's not get it twisted. You know what I mean? So if we're going to be playing the playoff type basketball, you're going to need Derrick Rose here. I think Evan Fournier is the one that's the easiest thing to move to me for as we got a lot of wings. We got a guy who can almost do what he do. I no disrespect to him, but I could point out 5, 6 things that he do that Fournier don't do Quentin Grimes. You know what I mean? That makes that to me makes that $2 million more relevant than $18 million. And we'll get into that Shop House. But I think we got to do something within that scheme. We got to move somebody, or somebody gonna be out the rotation.
Yeah, I think we'll probably see something happen right after Brooklyn decides to if they're moving on from Kyrie and KD. Once all that smoke figures out, maybe we could snatch someone like you said, KJ, in the buyout market, and maybe can move somebody like a Evan Fournier or a D Rose, because with both of those guys both of them guys on the roster, that really limits Grimes. Maybe not Grimes so much. That might be Grimes. It'd be odd. It'd be Reddish. It'd be Grimes and Reddish that's gonna kind of suffer in that thing. Maybe even IQ. You know what I mean? Are we willing to see Derrick Rose, IQ, and who's going to be that third man off the bench? Evan Fournier, because now we got, if Grimes is not in the starting unit, then we got, or if it's that so crazy, man. I don't even know how. Right now this is some of the best time and for the Knicks right now to figure out what they're going to do with one of these guys. One of them has to go. I would like to keep D Rose, like you said, to back up Brunson, and move Fournier, because that will open up the position for Grimes and probably also Reddish. It'll make more room for those two guys to fit in.
Yeah. They just got to. I mean, at least one of them. For me, I just think that if you decide to go with that a certain lineup with like Brunson, RJ, Obi, Randall, this type of stuff, that Knicks decide to do that, then now you got Fournier, IQ, and Grimes at the two that's not even playing. Unless Grimes can go to the three every now and then, they're gonna do it. To me, you just gotta bite the bullet. You done got all the free agents that you had signed last year pretty much out of there. You might as well make one more.
Right.
Just clean house. Let Fournier go to a contender or whatever you can get for him, and then whoever you bring back in, well, if they can't help you, at least they might be one of them contracts could beat a 15 guy just to or don't even play for a double weekend. We can get him back a contract that's not relevant to helping us. Then you go ahead and just get a guy just to get the salary, to get rid of the salary and keep the guy in the 14th or 15th or the 13th man. He ain't gonna crack the rotation no way. Just to, you got to do that, because I just think it's a logjam there. It's a logjam there. It's just no way. You can't tell Grind the way he played in the summer league and the way he was coming to the end of the year last year, he can't play on the Knicks this year. You can't. I don't really see that math. That don't even make no sense to say Grind's going to be out of the rotation for the New York Knicks next year. Whether he's starting or not, he should be on that. He should be in that rotation. I think he's earned that spot, and I think he's showing proven right now. And I think Knicks is a better team with him. So it's going to be interesting to see what that dynamic bring about. But other than that, man, that's a beautiful fun. It's not a bad thing to have. Excuse me. I think the Knicks excited about having all that competition, man. I think training camp gonna be stupid. Like I always say, they're gonna be battling up in that piece. You know what I mean? Them cats gonna be really getting down at it. So we'll see, man. But what I'm gonna do, let me throw in some highlights from last night. Let's get into that, man. We get back on the other side, and y'all kind of check these players out and see what they were doing in this game last night, because a lot of these things that these guys was doing in the game last night, and the game before, you hope that some of that translate to the big team, whether it's the pace, whether it's the unselfishness, whether it's getting at it on defense. We want to see the same intensity on the upper level. So, I think that's one thing I'm taking away from summer league guys, is that what I would like to see the Knicks in the big team do, if they can do what some of these young guys are doing on there, man. So let's get into it, and we'll talk about it on the other side, man. And see what these cats are doing, because I think they're really getting at it. man. That's some of the highlights from last night summer league, man. They were getting down out there, man, doing some good things. I like some of the things I've seen. So that's like I said, it makes it interesting to me to see, guys like Grimes coming down court off the rebound, pulling up at the three, knocking down trays. I mean, these guys are really being aggressive out there, man. And that's what you want to see when you're dealing with competition. You want to see cats going at it on both ends of the floor. I mean, Jeffries is playing ball. I mean, these cats are getting down, man. So that's only guys who are not even going to be in a rotation, except for maybe a couple of them there. You think about it, Sims and Grimes might be the only two in summer league be in the rotation. But for them to play the way they play is pretty exciting, KJ. And I hope that this continue to roll over into the regular season with the big boys.
Right. And hey, like I said, we are excited bunch of Knicks fans. We got excited last year in the summer league, but these are young players. But from the eye test of what we see from year to 1-2 and some of the players that's been here before, it's night and day. Like you made reference to it. Sims and Grimes are going to get playing time. We're not sure about McBride because of the logjam at point guards. From going to no point guards to having a whole bunch of point guard knives is night and day right now for this New York Knicks team. So Divine and Shot, the question is, out of this Knicks roster, summer league roster, who is the best young player we have on this current Knicks young roster? Just the summer league right now, of the players that's out there right now, in your opinion, who is the best player?
Oh, Quentin Grimes for sure. For me.
It's not a toss-up between Sims and Quentin Grimes to you?
I think Quentin Grimes is that dude. I really do. I think that cat it's got something. He got that it in him. The cat he can play ball. You look at his game. The cat can shoot. He can defend. He can pass. He ain't too much he can't do. He can get to the rack. I mean, but the main thing is, see, he can do it with the ball. Jericho Sims, he'll get there because he's going to need a point guard to give him the ball. You know what I mean? Because he's a big man. But I'm impressed with his athleticism. But he ain't Quentin Grimes though. I think Quentin Grimes to me his stroke is bananas. Only coming to his second year. Got a lot of basketball to play. He get up in you in the defense on the defense level. He's gonna make it hard on cats, man. So I really like him. He get out on fast break. Cat and he's pretty savvy when he gets in the lane. I like his quickness, so I got to definitely go with him.
Sha, how about you, Sha?
I can concur. I'm with Grimes, man. I got Grimes doing big things this year anyway. So, I think Grimes really, from his first game, his percentage was a little off, but he cleaned that up last game. I think he went 7-11. I think he was about 38 to 40% from 3-point line, about 40 something to 50% from the from field goals. I think he's going to slowly keep implementing his game, and I think he's going to show this year that he should have been one of those top 10 picks last year in the draft.
Yeah. Nice. And remember, we know understand this is on the summer league. That's why I said these guys having fun there, but when you get to the big stage, the bodies is bigger, they're more experienced, they're more intelligent, they've been there, done that. You're not playing against the cats that's coming out of college. You're going once you get up there. Now you compete and all the stuff you see these boys doing now, Jeff Williams and Potter and all them guys, don't mean they're gonna do that in the NBA. You know what I mean?
Right.
So let's not. That don't mean they can't do it. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna be they can, but I do think the level of competition is like you're not going up against Kevin Durant and them guys. You know what I mean? So it looks good now, but I do think Grimes, because he's been there, done that. Him and Sims, they know how to play the NBA. Quentin Grimes, to me, is going to be one of the keys to the Knicks getting to the playoffs, like you said, KJ. If Quentin Grimes have a breakout year for the Knicks, which I think he's going to have one, I think he'd be around 12 and 4, 13 and 4. I think he can get that. I think his stroke is that good, and his game is that good. So if he give us that off the bench, he give us Alex Burks numbers. If Quentin Grimes, if he's not starting, even if he's on the bench, he give you Alex Burks' number, but if he start, he still give you that 15 maybe. Right. I think he got a good backcourt with him and Brunson, KJ, because his defense helped Brunson out a great deal.
And this is the reason why they have to make a deal for Fournier, because again, we're seeing a brighter future with a guy like Grimes, young guy that's going to be here for quite a while. Fournier's made his mark. He's going to make his money somewhere else, but on this present team, yeah, sure, he can help the Knicks. Still, he can help the Knicks out as far as the shooting, but you don't win defense. I mean, you don't win championships without defense. This guy can go both ways on the basketball court. So again, we need a guy like that in our starting lineup, and just for the whole team, period, because he's going to clog jam it up. And so to me, keep this man now. His part two to that question, Devon and Shaw. If a trade does come around for a guy like Donovan Mitchell, would you include Evan Fournier in that? I mean, Evan Fournier is included in the deal.
Yeah, no question.
You taking that, right?
What? What? Absolutely, I'm
Okay.
taking that.
I just because I know some of us we get on here and say, you know what, we like the young Knick team, but we don't see young players go. But hey, you know what? I'm a little tired of that myself. And if we can get a oral worldly talent, of course, that was a trick question. I just want to see how you answer it. But how about you, Sha?
For Fournier, sheesh. Yeah, that wouldn't even I wouldn't
No,
even
for
discuss
Grimes.
that.
For
Oh, for
Grimes.
Grimes?
Grimes, not Fournier.
Oh,
Grimes.
Grimes.
Fournier.
For
Oh,
Donovan Mitchell, you said?
Yeah, Grimes. I mean, obviously, he's included in the
Yeah,
deal. It got to be a
I,
guy like Grimes, though.
I wouldn't like it, but I would think about it. I would think about it. I really think Grimes is going to have a breakout year, and I think he's going to be very successful in this league, man. So, I would like to hold on to him. But for Donovan Mitchell, I mean, that's box office right there. You think the tickets are expensive at Knicks State at Madison Square Garden now? Sheesh, you get Donovan Mitchell up there, the nosebleed is going to be like $400, man.
yeah, you know what? But that's 24, 25 a game. I mean, that'd be a nasty lineup. You got him,
Yeah, no question.
RJ and Randall and Mitch. Come on, man, that's a nice squad right there. I mean, well, I know you might not like Donovan Mitchell, some people, but man, listen, Donovan Mitchell was an all-star, brother, almost about to go to that next level. He got the max there. He put the ball in the hole, got game. He can get down, man. But for Quentin Grimes, it's tough because I like Quentin Grimes. That's a tough call, like you said. KJ, tough call,
And
brother.
I threw that out there because you know why? If we look at the guard lineup, like right now, Murray and Trae Young looks like the top. That's a great backcourt. And to me, it starts with guards in this league. You have the right guards in this league, they can find them passing lanes to get in. We need a dominant backcourt to keep it moving, especially to the future. It's a guard league. So you give us a guy like that. Can you imagine Brunson and Donovan Mitchell in the backcourt for the New York Knicks for the next 4, 5, 6 years right now? Amazing. The money's going up and the cap is going up. Amazing right now in the NBA. And that's the type of thing that I'm looking at the Knicks to do in the next couple of years, because let me tell you, years to come from now, it's going to be a thing where we don't know who's up next. These guys are here for a limited amount of time, and while the iron's hot, we got to strike. Right now, our iron it's medium right now, but it's striking hot. People are starting to come to the Knicks because they see the culture building. They see that the Westchester team building up. They see what these guys are doing in Vegas. So to me, the Knicks stock is up, and there's more to come. And we got a whole lot of guards. But do we really want to develop these guards like that? The answer to me is, yeah, we develop these guys, but if we could strike somebody right now, let's go after that person, because we already got one piece here as far as the guard.
You know what make that just real quick, Shop Powers, make that deal interesting, because when everybody contract is up, the Knicks have about $100 million in cap space. Because you think about it, by then Randall's contract could be almost up, RJ's contract could be almost up, Donovan Mitchell contract could be almost up, Jalen Brunson's contract could be almost up. That means Obi get his money quickly. Whoever these guys get their money when we know about in the cuts another 2 or 3 years, and Mitch money will almost be up. So going into 2026, the Knicks will have like mad aspiring contracts. You know what I mean? Literally. So you take that team. If you did do that, I'm just bringing this up for analogy. You roll with that team for the next 2, 3, 4 years, and if nothing happened, you got a lot of tradable contracts in the 3 years from now. And by then, the Grimes and the Quickleys and of the world that be done got to another level. And so now, you know what? If you don't win that ring in the next 3 or 4 years, you can always go back to a rebuild. But I do think that that's a nice team, because if you look at them 5, Randall, RJ, and Donovan Mitchell is all all-star caliber players. All 3 of them, Literally, I think they all caliber all-star. Well, we know Donovan Mitchell already been there. Julius Randle been there. I think RJ will get there. And so it ain't like you got you got 3 cats literally can get to an all-star game when they that talented. So I wouldn't have a problem with that. The thing is, I wish it could be maybe Fournier or Derrick Rose and McBride and maybe 4 picks, hypothetically. Some of the ones that don't even really matter to us, you know what I mean? Because, they unprotected, but maybe you had to throw one in, maybe I won about first 2023 first round, a couple of unprotected, but I still think you could throw them, and I think you can get the deal done. Because for them, you got to look at what it means for them. They get to get Derrick Rose aspiring off the books. They Fournier only got it when they can move him easy. You know what I mean? So they get Danny Ainge get draft picks, and he got some aspiring contract, and he got a young guy that can throw in there for now till they decide when he want to get back, because he going straight rebuild. Danny Ainge going rebuild. That's what he doing. So to be able to get, I would roll with that, man. Donovan Mitchell ain't no joke, man. He ain't no slouch. I mean, the boy can play basketball. We got to understand something. Whether we like these players or not, the Utah Jazz did not get that man a max contract because they thought he was a scrub. You know what I mean? People don't do that. Donovan Mitchell is an all-star, and he's good at what he do. And I don't have no problem with that. But I just hate to lose Grimes. I think Grimes will be special shot power. That's what it is for me. But I would have to do it if it came to that. You got to get Donovan Mitchell because he's still young. People don't really. He's still 25, 26. He's still. Yeah. It ain't like you're going to get a 30-year-old, a 29, 28. The dude, 25 years old. So he fit the core. You know what I mean? So I would have to try it. I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I would. If it was, the thing with me is I know that Danny Ainge is going to want at least 4, maybe 5 first rounders for this guy, and I'm pretty sure he's going to want majority of those to be unprotected, and I'm pretty sure he's not, if he wants to move, I don't know if he's going to want, he might want RJ, he might want RJ and Grimes. That might change my feeling about that contract. You know what I mean? He might want 4 first rounders, RJ and Grimes, and I don't know if I'm willing to do that.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not. I want RJ to be part of the thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want Don Mitchell to come over and be part of it with these guys. I damn sure don't want him to move some of my cornerstone for him to come here. I ain't doing that. Like I said, I give you some picks. I give you D Rose aspiring, whatever. But I ain't giving up no RJ Barrett. That's crazy. You know what I mean? So but that's interesting though. You know what I mean? KJ, I'm glad you brought that up because the Knicks is one of the few teams can make that happen because they got all the lottery picks. You know what I mean? I don't know how far to set the franchise back for us pick wise, but I do know this: they got a good team down here. And not only that, even if you bring Donovan Mitchell here, you still got Obi, you still got IQ, you still got Cam Reddish. You know what I mean? You still got if you don't move Quentin Grimes, you got him. You still got Jericho Sim. You still got Harkenstein. It ain't like he coming here taking the young guy's spots. You know what I mean? He just coming in here filling that spot that Fournier only got anyway. So if we would roll with Fournier in the starting lineup, he ain't taking the young guy's spot. He taking Fournier's spot. You know what I mean? So you still got IQ and all the cats there to do their thing. They just gonna have to. That's a powerful team putting them in, and that bench would be deep. So I'm definitely I don't have a problem with it whatsoever.
Right, and again, it's one of them things that we as Knicks fans, it's the same thing each and every year. Let's rebuild, let's develop, let's rebuild, develop, and by the time we done did all that, we into year 20 of no progress. Again, a couple chats ago in the season, how many times have we been to the playoffs in the last 20-something years? 4 times. With the 4th being last year. I mean, the year prior to this. So again, it's one of them things where I think me and you guys here and people want to chat, it's time for us. If we can get somebody here now, we're missing one more piece on this team. What it is, who it is, I don't know, because we still want to see Jalen Brunson at the point guard position with everybody else. We have to see that. But to me, if we do make a move, I think the move won't come into it's time for the trade deadline of this year coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're right. It's going to be interesting. I was hoping it got resolved for summer camp. To be honest with you, I was hoping the Knicks made a move for summer camp. You don't want to go into summer camp to me, Shaw Powers, with this hovering over your head, knowing that the competition gonna be there. But let's just say hypothetically, Quentin Grimes beats out Evan Fournier. Just say he not just outright. I'm better than you. I deserve to start. That's gonna be a dilemma for the Knicks because now he gonna say, well, I got to back up IQ. I mean, I got to back up Grimes. Know what IQ gonna do? IQ got to play with the Knicks next year in the red rotation, unless somebody beat him out, which I don't think there's too many guys from what I see from summer league to now gonna beat out no Emmanuel quickly. I don't even see that. I mean, if guys could play, them guys in some league could play, but they're not Emmanuel quickly. So I don't know how that would pan out though. So to me, that's going to cause a dilemma. I just think it's going to cause a dilemma, and then somebody's going to be unhappy because they're not in the rotation. When once you get past that 10, Tibbs locking down at 10. You know what I mean? So what happened to the other guys? I just think you got to move somebody before the season kicks in and say, you know what, the obvious. We going into training camp with the obvious 10, whatever. Everybody else fighting for a position. But I think he's gonna have to go into training camp with 10 guys. He know that I got a feeling already. I know who's gonna be my 10 players on my team. If somebody come in here and surprise me, okay, they earn to get it. But other than that, I think they got to do something wheeling and dealing there.
Yeah, it's some things like we're gonna see something fall real soon, and they're gonna make some moves, and it'll probably be after this summer league, right before they start, doing some training, and September-ish or something like that. I don't know what they're gonna do. There's so many things that, like I said, we always talk about. This is like the story, just like the story. It's like General Hospital or All My Lives, the Knicks of Days, or whatever you want to call it, because we waiting and we waiting. We see something in the future coming, but it's in a blur. It's in a black mist, in a shadow, and we don't know what's really going to happen yet. And I believe that the Knicks are going to, think about moving one of those guys there, and maybe even thinking about, like you were saying earlier, Divine, if we lose 2 or 3 of these young guys right now to acquire someone like a Mitchell, that could be something that we didn't see coming down the line. So this is just fun to sit back and try to guesstimate what the Knicks are going to do, because we don't really know what they're going to do. We hopeful of what we would like to see, but we don't know what the Knicks are going to do. Might be something that we sitting here talking about, and next thing you know, by next week, Mitchell was here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely out there, man. And that's why we just got to keep our ears to the ground, our eyes open. But I do think that no matter what the Knicks do, at the way we presently constructed right now, I like the team. I'm not even going to front. I think the Jalen Brunson acquisition was huge. I think that's going to pay dividends. I think signing Mitch going to pay dividends. I think the quagmire going to be at that 2 spot. What is the Knicks going to do at the 2 spot? I'm good with everything else on that team. Only problem the Knicks got to solve is the 2. Solve the 2. Whether Fournier, Grimes, quickly. Once you get that resolved, I think they're going to be all right. If they don't move nobody, obviously, Derrick Rose backing up on Jalen Brunson. We already know that's a given. So I think McBride going to become situational again, because I think that 2 guard spot was where the Knicks really got to get down at. And but it's not a bad problem. They got 3 good players there. They all could play, but I think they got to move somebody. Somebody going to be out of the rotation. I don't think Grimes will quickly deserve to be there. It's going to be interesting though. Before a summer league right now, the young boys are getting down. KJ, they playing hard. They're aggressive. I like what I'm seeing out of them young men, man, because like I said, no matter where you playing, I don't care what the competition is. I don't care if you're playing in your backyard. You go hard. You know what I mean? You play who in front of you. You know what I mean? You play competition, you play your competition. And right now, for summer league to be the way it is, the Knicks young guys are playing hard out there. And I'm happy to see that, because I think it's going to translate over to the regular season. I think they setting that culture already, and I think that's where it starts at. It starts right there in summer league, move on over to training camp. You take that same thing, move it over to preseason, then you carry it on into the regular season. But you got to start the foundation right there. And if Tim implementing this system with Yasamato there, Dice there, this is what we're gonna be playing on the next level, then I'm really excited to see how we get down, because I think if the New York Knicks regular team playing the way the summer league team playing, with the pace, the energy, the passing, the defense, then I think we got a good team down there. And I'm hoping that's what the case may be, that this is just setting the culture. And and after watching the Boston Celtics in the East, you better step your defense game up. You know what I mean? So, the NBA is pretty rugged, and you see how Boston got there. regardless of their offense wasn't great at times. That defense kept them there and they got them there. And I think the Knicks need to get back to that because that was one of our Achilles' heel last year. We were a good defense team prior to the year before, and we kind of slipped off the bandwagon. Off the wagon last year, our defense wasn't that great. But if we get back, if this defense kind of duplicate what they did the year before, I'm happy with the team.
Absolutely. And again, it's the reason why all these guys are getting in tip-top shape. I like the videos. I haven't seen Evan Fournier yet, but if Evan Fournier comes back bulked up and in shape too, we may have a problem. Who knows? We haven't seen him, but he hears all the talk going on. And hey, you know what? Sometimes you gotta let the people that's talking about you really they feel you. So again, I like what Julius did to his body. It looks different. That means the guys want to run more. The way Tibbs and this Knicks brass want to play. Look at this summer league team they're playing. And it got last year, it showed when the young guys came in the game, the team, they played a lot faster, much harder. And that's the type of players that we need on this team if we want to compete with some of these teams. The East got way better. Some of the teams in the East got way better than they were last year. We got to be able to compete with them for 48 minutes. And we need some of these young legs. But again, some of these young legs have not been experienced like some of these other guys. But the three guys in Sims, McBride, and Grimes, they've been through the league a year. They've been through a training camp. They've been through summer league last year. This is the reason why they're looking so good in the summer league right now, because they've been through the motion. They've seen sets. They've seen plays, and they're in better shape. The game slowed down for them. So, again, I think they're going to be great contributors to this team. But it's somebody else out there that may surprise us to make this roster. And, again, with the young team, I just want to continue to see them grow. I'm a big Montero supporter. I like a guard. To me, he's a true point guard, and I still think he has a shot to make this team.
Yeah, I think he get on it. I think he get there. I think a couple of guys to get there. But let's just hope we go into the shop house, go into the rest of the way. Let's try to win the summer league thing, get it popping, and bring home that summer league championship ring. I'm all for that. You know what I mean? This is just competition, having fun with it, man. That's really what it's about.
Yeah, I'm happy to see the way the team is coming out. They're implementing a lot of they look similar to what Tibbs kind of run. Achimoto is implementing a lot of the scheme. Some schemes I see they kind of look similar to what we run already. So it's getting these guys ready to get them ready, especially Deuce, Grimes, and Sims, getting them ready, to come into the regular season and stuff like that. So it's good to see, and I'm happy. I'm a little happy to see if they can make this win tonight and maybe be projected to be one of those top 2 teams in the summer league to go after it to get this ring. I'm happy to see that as well.
Yeah, man, let's get it, man. And like I said, man, you play to win no matter where you at. You know what I mean? That'd be good for us, man, because that's what it's about. It's about playing to get better and win the game. When the Knicks win that summer league championship, it might not be no NBA championship for them. It might be, like I said earlier, it might not be special to us, but it's special to them. Young guys playing for something. You know what I mean? We was playing against competition. We want to be in the best out of all that competition. I don't care what level it's on. If you're going up against competition, you want to be the best coming out of that competition. I think that these guys win that summer league championship mean a lot to them young boys. You know what I mean? And it feels good to me too as a Knicks fan. Know that our organization is prioritizing being the best. So I have no problem with that whatsoever. But like the other than that, man, around the league, like I said, we got that deal with Nerlens Noel and them done guys today that we're gonna get up out of here for y'all get ready to watch the game. The Knicks got the Nerlens Noel and Alex Burks trade finalized today. That's a wrap. And for those who don't know what they got out of the deal, I throw it up there. And, they got a player coming back from cross seas. I put it up there for you guys for y'all can check it out right quick. But I think it's a good look for the Knicks to get and get that popping real quick. It's out here on Twitter, Knicks Twitter. It's hard to see that, but the guy name is this is what happened. On July 10th, New York Knicks, that's Trevor Keele. They got him out the way. So that's a Trevor Keele deal. They signed him to a 2-way deal. So that's pretty much official with the Knicks situation. They got Keele signed down there. I'll see if I can find that trade for you guys with Nerlens Noel, and then I'll have to go to somewhere else. But anyway, they got that deal taken care of. So he's gonna be here for 2-way. But the guy named Rostanovich or something like that, he came along in that deal with Detroit. So that was pretty good for the Knicks perspective to be able to get that deal done for them and bring that guy over here and let him be part of this thing for the Knicks, man. So salute to him. And let me get this thing out the way, guys. I apologize for that. Exit this full screen. Yeah, but they got him out the way, man. So you know what? Now the one with Alex Burks has been finalized. Now Jalen Brunson probably get signed one day this week. I wouldn't doubt if it's tomorrow. To be honest with you, Shaw Powell to KJ, I think you probably get Jalen Brunson now that this deal is done. They probably get it announced that trade tomorrow. I mean that signing tomorrow. They're not going to do the sign and trade from what's out there with Fred Katz. My own guys are saying that the Knicks are not going to do that. They're just going to sign him outright with the cap space. So you know that's that. And I think we only have a couple of million left, whatever, after signing Jericho Sims, about $3 million. So you never know what they do with that. But you know, I'm happy with the way everything went down this summer so far. Let's see if we can go ahead and go in Vegas tonight, beat Portland. No Shannon Sharp, you know, from Kentucky. You know, he tore his shoulder, something like that earlier in the summer league. So we won't be able to see his skills tonight. But I hope the Knicks go out there and dominate Shop Powers and come out here with a victory tonight.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see these guys come out here and you know, just run the same place that they've been playing with. You know, get out in front of this team and stay in front and collect that win tonight. You know, I'm looking to see a little bit more from Kills tonight, a little bit more from Jeffries tonight. I'm not sure if Ferry and Hunt is playing. I thought I seen something earlier that he was out. I'm not 100% sure, but if he's playing, I hope to see a little bit more for him. All the guys that we, you know, looking to maybe scammer into a two-way contract or onto the regular roster. So let's see what happens tonight. I feel Grimes is going to have another good, effective night tonight. Good free throw. I mean, a good field goal percentage. I think Deuce is going to come out and try to do somewhat of the same. And the jumping kangaroo pogo stick Sims, I think he's just going to go down there and try to dominate. The matchup to watch tonight is those two centers matching up tonight. Him and what is this guy? Luke. I can't remember his name, but I think that's going to be a good matchup for Sims tonight.
Okay. Yes. I'm looking forward to Sims getting down tonight. I think he's going to do well. Shop KJ. I'm looking for Sims to do his thing. Him and Sims, especially Grimes. I want Grimes to carry this into training camp. I really do, man. I'm really excited about him, man. Yeah, Jarvis. I like the cat Potter too. He's playing good, solid ball. They all playing good, man. It's good to know that our farm system, KJ, they just developing these cats as they move along, and that's a good feeling for the Knicks for sure.
Hey, continue to keep the pressure, keep applying pressure, regardless who's out there. It don't matter if you're a year one or year two player. It doesn't matter. You still trying to develop in the NBA. As you see, it's so hard to get out there. Keep performing, and so what? Our team may look better. It don't matter. This is what these young men that's trying to get in the league trying to deal with. And if you can't make it past year two players, you might as well go ahead and someone else to play. You know, so again, I think we squash them. We keep doing what we're doing, and you keep building. Winning builds more confidence. And with these young guys, even though it's summer league and it's playing for something, they're playing for something. They're playing for their livelihoods. They're playing to show the organization what these young men can potentially grow to be. So again, I love everything what the Knicks young squad is doing. Continue to keep pressing, continue to keep playing, continue to keep developing. Because one day, just one day, some of these young men may be all-stars out there that we have on this team.
Facts. Real talk, man. Absolutely. I concur that, man. Always go hard, man. You play to win the game. Herb said play to win the game. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about, man. And let's look forward to a good game tonight, man. Real talk. I'm really excited about it. Let's see if we can go ahead and get down, man. Salute to the chat, man. You already know, man. Appreciate y'all brothers and sisters here tonight. Always. You already know what it is. Hey, Jarvis. I love that Spanish pick and roll. They are killing that, man. They are really killing that right there. And I think the Knicks, I like Dice got the boy playing some good ball down there. I'm happy for Dice. 2 years in a row. He had a good summer league season last year. I think Kevin Knox would have played last year, only even because he wanted to play, but the COVID messed him up. I think Knicks probably would have won that thing last year. But Obi had a good summer league last year. Quickly had a good summer league. Grimes got kicked in at later on in the end of summer league. But so they played some good ball last year, but this year they really getting down. Sims playing good this year. I like the way he playing. McBride doing his thing. I like the way he playing. He shooting the three ball well. His assist numbers is phenomenal. I got to give him credit on that. McBride assist numbers is very good. he is really finding them cats with that basketball in summer league. So salute to him. But yeah, man, listen, man, give me your last word, KJ. Shall we gonna get out of here, get ready for the game, let you cats get comfortable, and you do what you got to do, man. Holla at me, bro.
Hey, my last words is if Obi and IQ would have played because for missing the other summer league during the 2020, we'd be blowing teams out by like 50 right now. Hey, but anyway, let's go, Nick. Real Talk family. Thanks for tuning in to Nick's Real Talk. Please like, share, subscribe. Shine Divine. I know what it is, brothers. Salute to you all.
Peace.
Already.
Shot Powers.
Nothing major. Just watch this game tonight, see what happens. Just hope these guys keep doing what they're doing. Salute to you, Divine, as always. KJ, you already know. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk. We appreciate y'all coming in tonight, man. As always, y'all go enjoy that summer league third game, man. We've been blowing teams out. First game 1-0 something to 80 something. Now this game was 1-0 something to 69. That defense is special right there, man. I'm loving watching the young boy play. I like competition regardless what level it is. The young boy is giving us something to be happy about going into regular season. So let's get it, man. Let's go in there and win this game. Get the 3-0 against Portland tonight. And I think if you get the 4-0, you win that game. So if the Knicks win tonight, and then they win the next game, they in that game. You know what I mean? So let's see if those second year players we got Sims, McBride, and Grimes can hold the fort down along with the other guys we got down there, and Ferry and Hunt and all the other guys and Jeffries and these guys. Let's get it popping. I'm stoked for it, man. Real talk. I'm liking what I'm seeing there, man. We just got to keep the pressure on these cats, man. And we go get this W. Y'all, we got to get out, man. I hate to see that Canal. Salute to Canal, my brother. Salute Canal. Sorry that you got in late, but we about to get up out of here. But we get ready for the game. But we'll be on tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, whatever. Y'all just look for the notifications, man. And we bring in content each and every day when we can, man. We here. We ain't going nowhere. We in the house, man. Devon, Shaw, KJ, Vince, the Knicks Real Talk family, the chat. That's where it's at. We'll see y'all on the next episode, man. Knicks Real Talk, man. We in the building and we out of the building. Like my man Shot Power said, we here, we him, we always up in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And let's get it, brother. Peace. Time for Divine Shot, KJ events. This Real Talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world, most famous arena. With the click, that's the conglomerate. The Knicks Real Talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, you straight fact. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the facade. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in 10 books. As they cook my game plan, and my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that's the things we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base like the late Anthony Mace. We create the logo when there's space that appear like Squarespace. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's 50 decks on the court, looking pretty legit. I say true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like Star Divine on Mount Mars. Knicks Real Talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks Real Talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks Real Talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks Real Talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes,
Let's
sir.
get it.